not like this. LeBron is just different. He's a different animal.
And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and through his own routine to get ready. But once they take the floor, they're one single unit. The beaches of Santa Monica and Venice, not too far from our setting today, the Staples Center in Los Angeles. Thank you for tuning into this Sunday afternoon 2K Sports edition of the NBA. Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thank you very much. Last season, the Lakers duo of LeBron and AD became the first duo of Lakers starters in the All-Star game.
You're right, Dave. That is scary. Thanks for that one. Greg, we've got two terrific highlight-making teams, both athletic in so many ways.
You know, it makes me hearken all the way back to college, and one of my teammates, Stacey Ogg, one of the greatest athletes I ever played alongside. Well, we're going to see a lot of his impact in tonight's game.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. The backcourt comprised of Bledsoe and Matthews. And it's Lopez in at the pivot spot manning the middle. And for the Lakers, Green and LeBron at the 2 and the 3. Anthony Davis is out there with JaVale McGee. And it's Bradley in at the 1 spot. Matthews no good. Green taking his time here. Yep, that one goes in there.
You know, we all think of Green as a shooter, and he is. He's capable of more than that. He scores in other ways, too. Sneaky athleticism.
And Matthews gets it to go.
And getting the offense started with a high-quality look down low.
Bradley drives in over Bledsoe. Here's McGee. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Boy, for a 7-footer, he's got really good bounce, does JaVale McGee, and doing a nice job working on the glass there.
Bledsoe against Bradley. Lopez outside. Off target from three-point range. Middleton against Bradley. Pass to James. No good on the triple. The Bucks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far.
Hey, you know, as dominant as the Greek Freak is offensively, the tendency is that people overlook his impact at the other end of the floor. I mean, you could make a case that he might be the league's most versatile defender, too.
Now Bradley following the three-point attempt by Wesley Matthews. Green, no luck. Bledsoe looking around. And Lopez gets it to go.
And he's won MVP, but would it surprise you to see Giannis win the Defensive Player of the Year before his career is done?
No, it would not surprise me, Greg. I mean, he's an elite rim protector. He's an outstanding rebounder on both backboards, and he's disruptive because of his length and athleticism and his tenacity and passion. Don't discount that.
Here's Bledsoe after the basket by the Lakers. Back to Antetokounmpo. And there's the big-time jam as he slams it right over Davis.
And when the Greek Freak takes flight, I mean, he's looking to tear that rim apart. So ferocious in his throwdown.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's Giannis following the basket by JaVale McGee. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Kicks it out to James. Lots of room. Again, Los Angeles.
I love how quick he makes decisions. I mean, if a shot is there for him, LeBron is not going to think twice or hesitate. He'll let it fly.
Giannis with it. Picked up by Davis.
Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
LeBron passes to McGee. Back to LeBron. Shoots over Matthews. And James gets it to go on the assist by McGee.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Middleton can't get it to go.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys, if for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
Platoon swap here for the Lakers. Here's DiVincenzo. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. It's back to Hill. Will it go? Good on the triple.
And you know, Hill's ability to really stretch the floor with his shooting is huge. Something he does so well out there.
Here's Caldwell Pope, and stolen by DiVincenzo. One-on-one fast break, and there's the foul to try to stop the break, and that'll be a clear path to the basket. 2 free throws coming up, and they'll retain possession. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
Yeah, also something I like out of them so far, they're throwing their bodies around in the paint, and the physicality is taking its toll.
We've got 1:48 left in the first quarter. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
The Bucks shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. Reggie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you know, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in, is their defensive approach.
Now, here's Kuzma. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And Milwaukee gets called for the foul.
Love the size and athleticism Kuzma possesses. He uses both of them well to draw these fouls.
And the first one at the line is good.
And Clark, it was a roller coaster season, to say the least, for Kyle Kuzma. Saw his role get diminished on the Lakers, and his stats across the board were down.
Yeah, Greg, you go back to your playing days, mine as well. It's hard for young guys early in their career to understand role playing. They equate their production with minutes and accolades as opposed to contribution for the team. And Kyle Kuzma has tremendous talent, great versatility early in his career. I think he's going to be fine in the long run.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Right wing, here's Howard, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
You know, Rondo's highest priority is to get his teammates open shots every trip. I mean, that's what makes him go and endears him to his teammates.
And it's Hill penetrating. Sweet little floater. Hill's got 5 points so far.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Kuzma finds Howard. A three-pointer, no good.
just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds, and they look strong here in the early going.
Outside for Rondo. The pass to Howard over Lopez. Again, Howard missing, and a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. The Bucks on top as they end the first quarter with a tremendous 17-7 run. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. A little bit earlier, we had a chance to chat with Kyle Kuzma, who loves playing alongside so much talent.
You know, for me, it's super cool just to learn, sit back, watch, but also compete against these guys. You know, that's something that I want to do. So to be around those guys and, you know, be in the foxhole.
Well, Kuzma Greg has certainly learned a lot, proficient at the offensive end, and adding more to his game every day.
Yeah, I mean, he's been focused on improving the defense and rebounding, and much of that is due to the players he's been surrounded by.
And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Bucks.
You've got to like the consistency with which they're hitting that mid-range jumper.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
Markieff Morris is out there with Howard. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. And it's Caruso in at the guard position. That's the group for the Lakers to start the second quarter. And the Bucks with possession here after Los Angeles picked up 3 with their last shot. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Kuzma. And Kuzma stays with it. And it's a 3-point Los Angeles lead.
Guys, we can attribute that to all hustle from the Flint, Michigan native there, Kyle Kuzma. Excellent activity leading to that offensive board.
Now here's DiVincenzo. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
Lopez, he's checked in for Lopez. Antetokounmpo comes in for Marvin Williams. Matthews, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Eric Bledsoe in for Hill. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason, I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Chris Middleton's checked in for Kyle Korver. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Giannis outside. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
You know, growing up in Greece, Giannis Antetokounmpo was so poor, he and his older brother, Thanasis, had to share a pair of tennis shoes. I mean, how about how far he's come since then? Now he's the first foreign-born player ever with his own Nike signature shoe.
Lopez finds Middleton. Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
And Clark, they say back in Greece, all of Giannis's basketball shoes were hand-me-downs from his teammates.
Greg, nothing like not having enough to drive you to get more. I mean, clearly, you think about Giannis and his background and where he is now, he and Thanasis oftentimes would take turns playing in the game, swapping the same pair of shoes. Those days are long behind both of them.
And he's good on the 3-ball.
And Kevin, they dialed up their activity this quarter. We're seeing them convert a lot of those second chance opportunities.
Well, the hustle and the effort, the persistence, all of that paying off in a big way. And that's something that makes a coach smile.
And here is Antetokounmpo after LeBron James hitting the 3. Clock at 6. Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Antetokounmpo.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Well, the defense that time really challenging Danny Green, but didn't phase him at all. Still got it up and in.
Matthews, good, and the assist goes to Giannis. Matthews has got his second bucket of the game to go.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Timeout called the Lakers. You know, Greg, you probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent at the coach, a defensive-minded team, but the one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I'd say that might have been the one difference.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles, JaVale McGee's checked in for Morris. Bradley comes in for Danny Green. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Alex Caruso. Now here's Ilyasova. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Back to Bledsoe. McGee with the block.
Boy, and the wingspan McGee has covers a lot of ground. Very useful for shot blocking.
Antetokounmpo with the ball. He's picked up by James, and Antetokounmpo gets it to go. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Lakers. Bradley kicks to Rondo. Over Bledsoe. Rondo, no good.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Here's Connaughton. He's got 7. Hill passes to Williams. Oh, that was terrific.
Good. You know, that's what you want out of your point guard. Hill is really doing a nice job getting the ball from side to side and not hesitating at all in doing it.
Now here's LeBron. He's got 9. The offensive rebound. Another shot. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
84%. That's what he was able to convert on a season ago from the line.
Yeah, those were fine numbers he posted at the line. It was hard to find fault with anything he did from the stripe.
Robin Lopez is checked in for Milwaukee. Korver comes in for Pat Connaughton.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
Now DiVincenzo. He's got 5. From the arc. A shot off that time, so the Lakers will take it the other way. McGee dishes to Davis. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Davis has got 6 here in this quarter.
Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Hill against Bradley, and it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. Outside Korver. He kicks it to Hill. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
You know, the former late first-round pick, Hill, has really developed into a reliable shooter and wing defender. He's got good speed, gets to the rim with ease, and passes the ball well, too. Defensively, you just can't afford to give these easy looks up. Just asking to get burned if you do.
And no good on the last second attempt this time. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Lakers lead by 4. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach Mike Budenholzer. Coach, probably not the defensive effort you were hoping for thus far.
Yeah, no, our defense isn't where it needs to be. I think they're getting open looks. We're overshifting, and then we're not committing to shooters. Just not a very good defensive effort so far.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
And LeBron, now late in his career, still playing at a very high level, obviously. Kenny, when's the last time you saw a star LeBron's age be this good?
Oof. Man, I don't know. Dirk aged well, but he wasn't dominant. Jordan, obviously, aged well, and he was actually dominant at times. Not like this. LeBron is different. He's a different animal.
I'm so jealous right now because usually physical beasts such as us, we slow down, but not the king, not LeBron. I think he needs to rest more often, but when he dials it up, I think he's 25 again.
Did you age well, Shaq?
No, not at all.